It's Accountech Bytes, bringing you the latest news from the world of accounting technology with me, Tom Herbert. Coming to you, as always, from the kitchen table in Bristol in Technicolor and tariff free. So let's see what's been happening. Start this week with the AI section. Ring that gong. And the era of fraud is here. So apparently, ChatGPT is now great at faking receipts. So here is one for Epic Steakhouse. I don't know how many viewers are familiar with that establishment, but you don't need to be a tax inspector to work out the nefarious ends that these could be put to. So here's the prompt that was used to create that. I'm sure I don't need to point out that this is not a good thing, but perhaps a silver lining might be that it may bring about the downfall of the tyranny of expense reclaim. Technology companies in our space have been quick to respond to this. So, Chris Gaetano over at Accounting Today spoke to Ramp, who have put in place a tool to detect AI generated receipts. It's all about the metadata. Sticking with AI, I mentioned this last week, but here's my write up on Vinyl. So, this is a new AI meeting note taker designed specifically for accountants and bookkeepers, designed to transcribe meetings, summarize them, and put forward actions off the back of them. Last one of the AI section. I don't generally cover stuff from the big four. They're a nightmare to deal with, and just the jargon levels are far too much for me. But this one from EY on adding AI into its global assurance platform had a couple of practical points. For example, intelligent checklists with AI. The system recommends responses to questions in the disclosure checklists. What's next? Remarkable news from across the pond, and all federal departments and agencies in the US are going to be phasing out the use of paper checks and will switch to electronic payments, according to the White House. No, it's not an April Fool. So the US is accelerating towards a check zero world. Still weird to see it without that Q. And there you go. This is a development that my transatlantic tech buddy and host of the accounting podcast, Blake Oliver, thought would never happen in his lifetime. Does this mean that we have to stop teasing Americans about checks? Never. Back on British soil now, and the government's released some guidance for agents on adding client authorizations for making tax digital for income tax. So it's a step-by-step guide to how to add your client authorization to your agent services account for MTD IT. And they've also released a video on how to sign up your client for making tax digital for income tax. A quick software update on the MTD side, and David Forbes and the Forbes tax team have added a new bridging product to the software available now page on HMRC. And finally, I think this is the first job advert I've featured on these videos, but HMRC are looking for an accountant or bookkeeper to head up the stakeholder engagement. So, in this temporary role, the lucky accountant or bookkeeper will be ensuring that the right forums, planning, and communications are in place so MTD is landed effectively. Rounding out the news section now, and mid market platform, the Access Group have announced more than 1 million users of its Access Evo workspace and plans to launch a further 50 products across multiple sectors this year. Let's get on to some new stuff now. And we've trailed this before, but it is now here. So, practice management tool Engager has launched its 64-8 agent authorization function. So, you can manage your client authorizations, request codes from HMRC, and enter the authorization codes directly into Engager. There's a video here if you're interested. This from Bright, the parent company of BrightPay, about what's new in their payroll product. So things like increasing the employee number limit to 300, two-factor authentication, employee client portal, and a few more releases still to come. So keep an eye out for those. This one from Sage for Accountants, so the cloud platform from Sage for accountants. I don't know how new this is, but it's certainly news to me. Partnership tax is now in Sage for Accountants. A couple of bits from Dext Solo now. So Dext entry-level record-keeping system, and Dext Solo now supports CIS, making it easier for subcontractors to stay compliant. And also on Dex Solo, they are testing a rental statements feature. So you can upload your PDF rental statements, data extraction, categorization, and it also supports joint property ownership apportionment. Interesting stat about the usage as well. A quick one from QuickBooks chap and Accountech Bytes regular Aaron Patrick, who's been exploring QuickBooks' new banking area. Is it a game changer or not? You'll have to watch the video. And anti-money laundering specialist Third Fort have released a tool where you can verify clients in minutes with cryptographic biometric ID checks that's built in line with the new Companies House ID verification standards. ACSP what? And proposal and accounting firm Data Tool Socket. It's also introduced a new feature they're calling price monitoring. So, for those firms who recharge software costs to clients, they can upload their itemized invoices and the system will compare that to a client's proposal. So, you can handle the pricing from there. Let's cross over to TechCrunch now, and accounting startup OpenLedger has turned tax preparation into a Pokemon showdown game. So, using the game, you can take on tax trainers representing different parts of the tax form to help you complete it. Speaking to TechCrunch, OpenLedger co-founder Price Adede said, "This is real, it works, tax fraud isn't funny, and neither is the IRS." Quite. And now to the world of podcasts, where I joined accounting web editors Richard Hattersley and Matt Ord to discuss all things new tax year, making tax digital, artificial intelligence, and a rather embarrassing story of me losing my cool in a tea shop. You can get that wherever you get your podcasts by searching for Accounting Web. And finally, what a beautiful traditional Japanese scene. But would it surprise you to know it's been created in Excel? So, for 15 years, a Japanese artist has been using Excel as his canvas of choice. And you can check out all his pictures on his website here. What do you know? We're all artists after all. And on that picturesque note, that's your lot for today. Please remember to like, subscribe, or follow. And I will be back next week with another video. Bye for now.